I'm gonna be putting up wallpaper on this wall right here in my shed. I have this little curtain here where I do most of my videos, but I'm gonna start doing videos like over here, ready for a change. And I have some extra wallpaper from when I did my little corner of my room. If you haven't seen that video, I'll probably like tag it like in the little thing, little corner thing, and then it'll be at the end of the video, and I'll probably put it in the link, in a link in the description box. But yeah, um, I'm probably gonna be talking and discussing some things. Oh, this is my little tripod. I got my dad's big tripod back. I got a new camera as well. This is not the new camera, but I got the tripod back. It's been at my dad's house for a while. And so, what is here? No, no. Okay, here we go, here we go. Okay, well, I set this up. This has been at my dad's house for a while, and I just got it back. And he also got a videography camera. And so, I had done his videography and photography for a press release he did for the program he's running at the school he's working at, where he is certifying people to become contractors or carpenter. It's a certificate in carpentry, so they'll be certified and be able to work on different construction projects. And so he did a press release, and he asked me to get the filming, the independent filming for that. Oh no. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna start. We're just gonna go, from up to down, basically. I'm not doing a full, like, just like my room, I'm not doing a full wall of wallpaper. I'm just gonna make it look like kind of nice, to where, like, if I do a video or something, I'll have a solid background. That's pretty much all this is for. I'm not trying to redecorate this entire thing, at least right now. I may in the future. I planned to before, but I was like, we rent this place. I don't know if I want to make it home if we don't own it. But, it is what it is. Like, my dad knew the owner of this property before we moved here, so it could be a thing where he decides to retire, and he was like, well, you can have the property. And we're like, okay, well, we don't know. We don't know. He might buy it from him. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna start. Look, like, I guess right up under here, there's a little nail holding up this curtain right here, and there's another nail that's like parallel from that on this one. So I'm gonna be right up under these two nails, right? I just got done being in my garden space, and so yeah, that's why I look like this. I don't care. I mean, y'all already know on this channel anyway. I really don't care about my appearance that much. Yeah, it just is what it is. Yo, so life's been weird. Life's been crazy. I want to say I don't know and I don't get it, but I'd be lying because I know exactly what's going on. But it sucks because it's like other people don't know what's going on. So they just think everything's bad right now. And I'm just here like, no, I have all the answers. Please read your Bible at the very least, because I read my Bible, but I also study different people who talk about the things that are going on in this world right now. And I know not everybody's going to make an entire spiritual YouTube channel, go out of their way to, like, I'm working on buying subscriptions to people's programs outside of YouTube, so I can make sure that I'm up to date with what's going on, because y'all, it's real out here. I don't know how else to put it. It is so real out here. Everything that's going on this entire planet is ridiculous. I'm not lying about that. And I'm tired of it. I'm actually exhausted. I'm beyond exhausted. It's irritating. I take it personally sometimes because I know that, like, my sister told me, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, we were talking, and she was like, yo, Satan really just doesn't like you. And I'm like, Like, I already knew that because I talk about that dude all the time. I will fight you, Satan. Like, seriously. He don't really attack me like that. Like, spiritually or in my dreams anymore. He more so makes people in my life act out certain evil acts and makes me feel some type of way against them. But I have to look past that and remember that it's not actually them. It's just Satan working through them. The same way with Judas. We like to talk a lot of crap about Judas, but Judas was just a low frequency person. We can go deep into it, and I might go deeper into it in this video. But my whole point is, Judas didn't betray Jesus. Satan possessed Judas, essentially. That's what the Bible says. It didn't use the word possessed, but it says Satan entered Judas and made him do the act. He hated it so much that he killed himself after. He didn't, And that's why the Bible says, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you and hurt you and stuff, because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Satan's just using them because they're weak spiritually. My thing is, how you go hang around Jesus all day, every day, and be weak spiritually? That was what tripped me out. I'm like, you got Jesus in your face every day for the past 3 years. And you got people in this day and time waiting for Jesus to come back. I get so pissed off when I see people talking about Jesus coming back. Jesus is not coming back in the way that y'all are saying it. He's not coming back to save anybody. He already came to save everybody. Stop telling people that Jesus is coming back as a scare tactic for them to get saved. That's not what, no. Man, I really be wanting to fight people on the internet, bruh, because they messing everything up. Over here lying to people and trying to scare them into thinking something scary. Living this life is scary. Don't nobody want to be here. Don't nobody want to be here, damn it. Nobody. Because of course, there are joys of this world. But when you look at everything overall, it's like, bro, this ain't even worth it. It's really not. And that's why he gave us things like, families and friends, animals. That's why we have all this stuff here on earth for us to enjoy this experience on earth. Okay, that's the first level. This is a little piece that's left on here. So we'll cut this off. Oops. Okay. So there's like a little piece left. I don't know how I feel about that. What I should have done was just kept going. So I'll just put this little piece over there. Because I'm tripping. Yeah. Because I was just going to stop right here. But I realized I should just go one more bar. That'll look better. But now it's going to look choppy. And that was what I was trying to avoid. But it is what it is. But yeah. Yo. What do you want in life? While you are here, what exactly is it that you desire? Because I'm telling you right now, just do it. Just go get it. Go do it. Because otherwise, you're just going to be sitting for the rest of your life thinking, I want to do this. And then you die and be like, I wish I did that. When, even if your entire life is just spent aspiring after something, at least it was worth something to you. At least it was worth something to you and you die with no regrets. It's way better to have tried something and it not completely go how you expected it to in the first place, than to never try and never see anything from your desires at all. Okay, it doesn't look too choppy. It's wrinkled anyway, so I'm cool with that. Yeah, I like how that looks. Okay. It's wrinkly, but that's fine. Whatever it is you want in life, you do that. Because first of all, what are you here for? You know, when we talk about coming into this existence, being born, people love to say, I didn't choose to be born. Well, maybe you did. Maybe you did. Maybe we all chose to be born. But the thing is, we forgot why we chose to come here. And we get so distracted by everything that our life gets taken off course. I will admit. Yeah. Yes? I gotta go make a run. Okay. There are some choices in my life that I'm not going to say I wish I never made them, but they set me back by the way that I wanted to do my goals originally. So I'll just say, like, one of the major ones was getting into a committed relationship so early in my life. I'm very happy and blessed that I have my child, and that was the beautiful thing that came from that relationship. And I'm also grateful for the business experience I got due to that relationship, because I wouldn't have experienced it any other way. And so I'm grateful, and I take those lessons that I learned from living life in that particular time. And it is what it is with that, you know. Other people probably, you know, wish that they could have found some sort of love at such a young age. Some people don't even have children. So I'm eternally grateful that, you know, getting divorced isn't fun, but still, I at least got to have that experience and learn in life, like, okay, this is what I'm okay with, this is what I like, this is what I'm not okay with, this is what I don't like. You know, this is God ordained, this isn't God ordained. You know, it is what it is. Because, like, people, even if I hadn't gotten married, right, the whole narrative of having children and people having children out of wedlock and everything, people like to call other people mistakes. How is a person living a mistake? You're going to tell me that a living, breathing person is a mistake? Like, that doesn't even make logical sense. Did I cut the piece? I did. Okay. Okay, I did. Let me get this other piece. So that don't even make sense to say that, you know, like, some people are just so evil. I was talking to this girl the other day, and she told me that her mother basically doesn't like her or didn't like her when she was Yes. Oh, okay. Just hold on, guys. All right. So yeah, she told me that her mom basically, I mean, the thing is, like, I'm not gonna put certain people on blast, but I've heard this story before, right? The mom treated the daughter some sort of way because the daughter reminded her so much of her father. And obviously the mother doesn't have a good relationship with the father, because otherwise why would she even say something like that? But regardless of whatever relationship, like, my son has so many of my ex-husband's mannerisms, and I find it funny. I find it beautiful. It's because he reminds me of when we first met. He reminds me of when we first met and what I fell in love with in the first place. Even his negative traits. It's not like, you know, I'm going to be mad because he does something that I don't like. Because first of all, that's my child. I carried him and I birthed him. So why would I be upset about the fact that he acts like the person I birthed him with. That's that fucking bullshit that I be talking about. What the fuck is up with y'all older generational ass people who are just dumb? Why are y'all so dumb? You got all these folks born in the like, I really be connected with a lot of millennials, and they don't understand me a lot because I'm part of Gen Z. I'm like the end of millennial age, beginning of Gen Z age, right? Born in the 90s, but at the very end of it. And so I'll talk to them, and I can have an understanding of what they're talking about simply because of my life experience, right? A lot of them ain't never been married, but they got children. A lot of them ain't never ran businesses, but they've been, in the workforce for a while. So they can comprehend a lot of the things that I'm talking about, and I can comprehend a lot of the things that they talk about, despite our age differences. And so I'm talking to people like a decade or so older than me about these things. And I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that the same thing that was going on when you were born in the 80s is the same thing that's still happening with people that I know who were born as late as the year 2000. Are you being serious right now? Y'all's parents were making the same mistakes that our parents are making? Why do we keep making the same damn mistakes? What the fuck is up with that? Like, that pisses me off. Why can't people just learn from the past? And that's the thing. Because it's like, even though I don't have, certain types of life experiences, I don't need to have a whole bunch of life experiences. I talk to other people who have those life experiences and they explain them for me. Because I'm not trying to go through that. Like, some people go through hell and back. I've been through hell and back, but it was my own hell. People also don't realize, too, you can have hell or heaven on earth. I don't think we can have, eternal heaven on earth, but people sure can live in hell. People can have a terrible life. Their entire life can be terrible. I don't think anyone has had a 100% good life, but people for sure have 100% terrible lives, and all they have to be grateful for is life itself sometimes because they don't know how to change it. And so when you have these older people who keep repeating the same cycles as their parents, and then their parents, and then their parents, no one's learning anything, nobody's changing anything. Why are we talking about creating generational wealth for black people in 2021? We should already have some sort of wealth to be building upon. Bro, it makes me want to fight everybody. I really do want to just knock an old person in their head. Like, why didn't you do better for your kids, man? Because, like, sometimes it's like, when I think about this, it makes me laugh because I'm in a weird situation right now with this particular individual, but I learned a lot from them. And I used to call him Grandpa because I thought it was funny because he's older than me. He's not that much older than me, but I would call him Grandpa because of the way he talks. But the words I was finna say, the reason I was finna start laughing was because I was finna say, a wise man once told me, because he is wise, A wise man once told me, you only know what somebody else taught you. And though those are wise words, in my brain, I didn't say this to him, but in my brain, I was like, well, that's why I learned by myself. But at the same time, he's still right, because this side's coming off. Even though I self-educate and I seek out my own knowledge and don't wait for somebody else to tell me that knowledge all the time, somebody else still produced that knowledge. Even when you want to talk about, sun gazing, I don't sun gaze, I sunbathe. I let my skin soak in energy from the sun. It's vitamin D, of course, but it's also, I'll receive certain messages from the Lord, or I'll feel a particular type of energy of what's going on in the world right now. So when you're talking about things like that, you're still being given that information. Not everybody's given the same information. So still, he's right. You only know what somebody else taught you. And that's facts. And we also have to realize, as black people, White people already knew this. So that's why it was illegal for us to read for so long. There are still black people today who can't read. There are still old black people today who can't read. And I don't know, like, the thing is, with them being old in today's age, it's confusing to me because I'm like, you have every resource to fix what's broken in your life, and you're not using it. So that's where my confusion comes in. It's like, do you want different? Are you afraid of different? Are you afraid of change? Why is it that you're continuing in your negative cycle instead of doing better in your life for your children? Because that's all living is. All living is figuring out what was wrong with the people who came before you and then fixing it so the people after you don't have to deal with it. That's all living is. That's all it is. And that doesn't, I know I'm saying it in a crude or like, you know, non-merry way, but it can be a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. Because, you know, some people, they didn't have a terrible life, of course, but it could have been better. And whatever struggles that they did have to deal with, they don't want to deal with those anymore. Like, growing up, even though both of my parents are entrepreneurs, we still struggled with financial issues. My goal in life is to never have financial issues. You know, if I struggle with anything, it's not going to be my money. And a beautiful thing with that, too, is I've been able to see my parents grow and evolve. So even though we had financial issues when I was growing up, me as an adult, seeing them interact with their grandchild, they don't have the same type of problems that we used to have when I was his age. And so I really enjoy the fact that we get to enjoy life and not have to worry about money like that anymore. And it's crazy because it was just like perfect timing for everything. You know, stuff started to get straightened up right when my son got here. So I know this video was kind of all over the place as far as what I was saying, but this is the wallpaper here on my wall. And what it looks like. So it is a little wrinkled. What I might have to do is put some pins or something on the other side of it, or get a hot glue gun, because it can get pretty hot, and with just the regular wallpaper glue, it might not stay stuck on there. So I might do that. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to need to, but that's definitely something that I'll be paying attention to. Excuse me. And so, but that's pretty much it. I just wanted to rant about life, because what is going on? I'm so tired of everything. Like, I used to be suicidal, and now I'm not. But that's the most annoying thing about it, because I'm still going to complain about life. There's a reason I wanted to kill myself. Like, no one wants to do this fucking bullshit. But, let's get a look at the wall. Low-key wish I put the fresh piece in the middle, but I feel like it can work. I feel like it's going to be okay, because when I sit down, yeah, okay. The angle won't be like that, but I'm just looking to see what it looks like. Okay. I think that's fine. Yeah. This video was all over the place, but I just wanted to share, you know, my thoughts, you know, being on this. I've been on my spiritual journey for some years now. It's been like 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, it's like being able to share my thoughts on the internet more frequently on my spiritual channel. And I know I talk about it over here sometimes, but I had to take that next step in my walk with God and actually talk daily about the different things that I'm experiencing, the different things that I understand, the different things that are coming to pass. Because some of us have prophetic gifts so we can see into the future. That's one of the things that I can't even explain to people too, because it's like, dude, either don't tell me too much about yourself, or don't be surprised when I know something that's going to happen in your life, or I know something that happened in your past. Because you don't have to tell me. Where do y'all think we got the gift of gossip from? God tells us so much information. And then there's people who do things to get information illegally that God didn't, tell them directly, but they're able to pull it out of the atmosphere. So they're able to find that stuff out. So that's when you get more into your magic and sorcery and stuff like that. But I don't do that anymore. I never really did that intentionally. It just kind of happened. I just naturally know stuff. I'm putting a video on my spiritual channel today where I got an entire revelation about this particular individual, and we were able to connect despite all odds. So it's just really interesting how all of this stuff just happens and aligns. But regardless, though, I hope you guys are okay. I was supposed to go smoke with my friend, but he's busy. His family wants him to help them set up for the 4th of July, and I'm like, fuck the 4th of July. We have Juneteenth. Fuck all these, these holidays. We got Juneteenth and Kwanzaa. That's the only American things I'll participate in. Otherwise, I'm just gonna follow the holidays from the Bible and not give my money up to capitalism for these American people. Yeah. That's it. That's all. I love you guys though. Comment how y'all been feeling, because let's vent in the comments. What's the issue you've been having? Or you can say a praise report. You could say a testimony, like something good that's happened. You can lighten the mood. It's all about polarity here, polarity and balance. Just let it out. Whatever it is, let it out. There's been plenty of good things to be happening. It's just been a lot of bullshit, and we prefer the bullshit not to be there. That's what everybody's saying. At least as much. Everybody's been able to handle a little bit of bullshit. But it's one thing to have 2 buckets, and you got gold in one bucket, and then you got bullshit in the other bucket, and then the bullshit starts to get heavier than the gold. Then when the bullshit starts to become heavier than the gold, and you're like, I don't even have enough gold to handle this bullshit. That's where everybody's brain is at. It's like, dang, I don't know what to do. That's been the problem. But anyway, comments with stuff. Let me know what's up. Talk to me. Talk to each other. Reply to each other's comments. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, this was me putting up wallpaper and ranting about the dimensions of life. So yeah. I was gonna do the wrong outro. Having the spiritual channel has been something else. I was gonna do the wrong outro and everything. But peace, unicorns, is Ellie. I will see you in the next one.